In this video, we're going to be talking about why the full moon in Capricorn this July of 2022 is forever going to change the relationship with yourself and the ability for you to express to the world our relationship with Mother Earth and her food supply, and finally giving you the deepest spiritual clarity on your true love relationship that you could ever ask for. All that and more, let's get right into it. Welcome back, everyone, or welcome for the first time to my channel. My name is Brandon Tobias. We are here to shine a light on the collective consciousness through the magic of tarot, astrology, and inner healing. If you're new to this channel and you want content on those three subjects and more, be sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as that like button and that bell button so you get notified every time I go live. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the astrology and see exactly what's going on this full moon. Now, for those of you guys who aren't familiar, the full moon is happening tomorrow. Today is July 12th. Tomorrow's July 13th, 2022. However, this is going to be relevant if you're watching in July, tomorrow, the next day, all of July, or even for the next 6 months. Yes, this full moon has the power to impact you for your next 6 months. Now, as I noted, follow along with my cursor, there's three major areas this full moon is going to impact you as a person. And I'm going to talk about why in a moment. But first, I want you guys to take a look at this Saturn here in Aquarius, okay? Right now, there's a tremendous karma when it comes to who we are as a society, who and what our values are as a people in this world, and really where we're going. And I want you to just take a moment and ask yourself who you'd like to be moving forward, who you'd like to represent yourself as. What do you stand for? What is your tribe? Okay, who is your tribe? And what is your ideals that you'd like to promote from a heart-centered place into the world? The world is looking for people who are looking to stand strong in their heart and in their soul and share their ideas and their ideals with other people. People are looking for people with good ideals to find their tribe, okay? And there's a lot of karma when it comes to that, because in the past, let's just say in past generations, past lives, we as a people have struggled to unify over a solid identity of who we are, what we stand for, what we're willing to take and receive, and what we're not willing to take and receive. And that's really part of the karma of what's coming on now. We, through policies, okay, through the advocation of policies externally to us that are affecting us, okay, we are uniting. We are learning to identify what we want, what we stand for, and what we're going to take moving forward. That's the whole point of any principles, right, that are pushed onto us from the outside onto our plates, is to identify who we really are, what we stand for, how we're going to unify, and how we're going to move forward with those ideals in mind. So anytime there's darkness that encroaches in, it forces us to go deeper into ourselves and into the light to figure out how we're going to handle that and who we really are. So I want you guys to think about that, and I want you to really sit in that for a moment, okay, with Saturn here in Aquarius at 24 degrees, making that square to the South Node, about how we're going to reform our relationship with ourselves and also with others so that we can move forward in a unified way this time, as opposed to a scattered and war-oriented way from our past generations. Okay. Now let's talk about the top three things that we mentioned here. Number one, I said our relationship with Mother Earth, our relationship with food and Mother Earth and bounteousness. This full moon is shining a light on our intimate relationship with Mother Earth, her fertility, her bounty, and her harvest. Why? Well, we've got the Sun conjunct Mercury in Ceres. There's an asteroid called Ceres. If you've never heard of it, it stands for the divine feminine energy that's related to fertility, that's related to food, that's related to Earth's ability to provide food, okay, crops, and overall abundance, life, okay? This is the deep, true, Earth-oriented feminine, okay? Kind of like an Earth fairy feminine, all right? That's the best way I can describe her. Sun and Mercury, right, it's about figuring things out in order to be more empowered, all right? So finding out the truth in order to be more empowered, okay? Deep within, Cancer is here, in order to feel more protected and nurtured, okay? But then we've got Lilith here as well, that is coming into a conjunction here, okay, or 7 degrees away from Mercury, in Cancer during this full moon. So what does this mean? Well, Lilith is the dark feminine energy. Okay, so this is shadow-oriented, darker feminine energy. Think Medusa energy. Okay, so self-saboteur, shadow energy, jealousy energy, and energy that's really wanting to take for its own, or deceive and or manipulate in order to take for its own bounty. Okay, so we have these, a light being shined basically onto any dark shadow forces that are attempting to sabotage or expose the vulnerabilities between us as a people and our relationship with Earth, and her ability to provide us food and water and safety. Really, it's safety. Okay, so if you're becoming more and more aware of things like food shortages, or you're growing in awareness that you may not be entirely safe in your current environment, in your current home, and you need to find ways or new systems to be independent away from the Earth, okay, you are spot on. This is exactly what's happening in the astrology. It's exactly where we are all needing to go and to realize and to really stand strong in our ability to know that we are safe, we are protected. But yes, we must reestablish a better way of harvesting the bounty from Mother Earth, both within our own lives as well as within society collectively. Okay? So that's number one. Number two is spiritual union. Okay, spiritual union or spiritual clarity within our deep or intimate relationships or relationship. Okay, what I'm talking about here is divine counterparts, soulmate, okay, twin flames, all those types of things. Juno here down conjunct Neptune, making massive trines to Sun, Ceres, and Mercury over here. So at the same time, we're coming into a very deep inner union and inner realizations, okay, with who our true spiritual partner is, what that's meant to be like, where that's meant to go. And we're allowing that part of ourselves, that clarity within ourselves, to be reharmonized within our own bodies. What I mean by that is there's a knowledge, or there's an awakening, or there's a realization within your spiritual union, within your potential future spiritual union, about what that is, who that is, where it would like to go, and what it's going to bring to you and their life together as a unit. And really, it's the realization that the person you're meant to be with, you're going to be together with. You're going to be a unit with. You're going to be in a partnership with. You're going to work side by side to build something very special in harmony with the spiritual principles and in harmony with what God and the divine wants for you in name of the light. So all of that, right, if your union is just not in that energy, or it's not in that way of being, or it's not on that track, it's going to be exposed. It's going to be definitely exposed. There's going to be shadow energy exposed there. And if it is, it's going to be re-energized even more. There's going to be more clarity, more love, more abundance, and more rewards coming your way for those of you guys on the open to receiving, right? True spiritual realizations, unions, and harmony within yourselves and within partnership, particularly spiritual partnership, divine counterparts. Lastly, besides Saturn, what I want to look at for this full moon is Pluto is in a conjunction with the moon, with Earth. Okay. Sextile the North Node, and obviously Uranus is here with North Node. So, and then Moon is also trining North Node with Uranus. Okay, as you can see here. So what that means is there's a rise of the independent creator, or the independent creation within all of us. I'm not saying all of us have to be on social media, all of us have to be influencers, yada, yada, but no. But I am saying that now more than ever, you're going to start to see people look for new ways to break out or break free, right? Uranus here with the North Node is there's an opportunity for all of us inside to bring out what's inside and express what's inside in order to live, in order to make money, in order to be free, in order to break away from the traditional status quo and paradigm of what we must, what we used to have to be in. Any system, right? There's any system that we were trapped in or feel trapped in, or doesn't allow us to be our true selves, or doesn't allow us to really fully express who we are. That's what there's an opportunity to break free of during this full moon, to really break free of and to really find success with that with Uranus here, you're gonna shine. You're gonna be allowed to bring out the true creative essence, that will bring you freedom and power and inspiration for yourself and others out for the world, for everyone to see and everyone to shine as well alongside you. So if you feel like breaking free, if there's something that's just like keeping you trapped or keeping you stuck and you're just unsure how to navigate it, just be free of it. Just state what you desire. Just go where you want to go, and don't be afraid of the consequences, because if it's you being free and you being in more harmony and you moving forward in the right way, it's going to be right during this full moon. North Node with Uranus is here, stating your desires of freedom, of justice, of what you want, of your creative genius out for the world to see, to respect, and to allow for you to fully shine on. Not to mention Pluto conjunct the moon here, right? So there's this inner power, there's this inner energy deep in our emotional passions that wants to arise and come out and be seen and say, I'm not being trapped, I'm not being, suppressed or repressed by anyone in my life, whether it be work, family, job, relationship, or any of those things. I'm no longer going to allow repression, because I am this. I stand for this. I stand for truth. I stand for justice. I stand for freedom, and let me free so I can break free and go do what I want to do. That's the energy coming in with this full moon in Capricorn. We are all breaking free. 11/11 as I see this. Okay. We are realizing, to sum things up based on those three spiritual principles, or those three energies that are happening on the full moon. True spiritual union, gives us peace, gives us clarity, gives us reassurance, and gives us the ability to stand strong and commit to partnership for the long term. Also gives us more power and energy and passion to stand strong in what we really love and what we really stand for, and to really attract in and bring in our tribe through promoting our ideals and our principles of who we are and what we stand for. And finally, shining a light on anything related to the injustices or the wounds surrounding Mother Earth, her bounty, her fertility, her ability to provide food, water, safety, security to us as a people, and the systems that have wreaked havoc on her. I wanted to say a different word, but I'm going to leave it PG here, that have wreaked havoc on her for so long, that need to be destroyed and rebuilt to be made in a sustainable way that is more in alignment with who we are really deep inside as a people, and how God always wanted it. So definitely a reorganization there. And just knowing that any of the shadow aspects of the food shortages and the people looking to change things, just know that that's really a push for us to see really what's going on behind the scenes, so we can stand strong, united, and really formulate the new way forward. Because really there's no change unless there's anger, unless there's a push for change, unless there's a need for change. Within human nature, there is always darkness that must come before change, transformation, and light, because that's what pushes us to change and transform and become better versions of ourselves, and really take action when the time is necessary. So I really urge you guys, as a final message, to take action, to look into the darker aspects of what's going on in your life and in society. Find out where you stand, find out what you stand for and who you are, and don't be afraid to open your arms both to true love in that regard, as well as true friendship, community, and spiritual principles. And don't be afraid to shake things up as well, and to really break free of any systems that feel like they're repressing you or keeping your true self from shining out in the world. I hope this message is helpful for you. I love you all. If you haven't subscribed already, definitely be sure to subscribe and join that soul family, and get continued updates both in astrology, in true love, in society, and in your twin flame and healing journey. If you guys want a session with me, definitely check the description box below for my website. Sign up for my email subscription list as well, so you can get some discounts and or know when I'm releasing courses. And check out any and all of my social media below as well in the description box. I love you all. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.